Chair, the meeting is now live.
Thank you. Good morning all and welcome to this meeting of Democratic Services of 19th of November. Welcome to all members, officers and members of the public who are watching from home. On the agenda we start with apologies for absence.
Thank you, Chair. Apologies for absence from Councillor Claire Hall.
That's the only one I had as well. Does anybody else have any to pass on? No, I think there may be one or two still waiting to join, so we'll see how we go with that. Item number 2 is minutes of the previous meeting of the 1st of October. I take it we've all seen copies of that. Anybody have any items they wish to raise? None. So if it's your wish, I will sign those as correct. Record of that meeting?
Yep.
Any declarations of interest? None. Okay. Well, that brings us on very quickly to the very first, the very only item on our agenda this morning, which is the annual report of the Head of Democratic and Scrutiny. And Catherine James is going to take us through that. Catherine is the Head of Business Intelligence and Governance. So Catherine, we'll hand over straight to you.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, so this annual report provides an overview of the work that the team in Democratic Services delivered during 2024-25. It outlines how we've supported the 68 county councillors in fulfilling their roles and details the resources that we have in place as well as training provided, and summarises our scrutiny arrangements as well. The report does highlight some key achievements during the year, as well as that breadth of meetings that are supported by a very small team, as well as some areas that have been identified for future improvement. Yeah, so I don't know if you kind of wanted to go through the report and if you have any sort of specific questions, but hopefully the report is self-explanatory and we've tried to make it as clear and simple to read so that people can really understand what the team do deliver, because it is quite broad when you look at it in one report.
I have two hands at the moment. Councillor Gareth, I think you were first, followed by Councillor David. You're on mute, Gareth.
Do apologise. Just very quickly, Chair, on the front page we've got the map of Wales. Could we have a different colour for Powys or a different colour for the background? Because if you're colour blind, it's going to be very difficult to see Powys as such.
Yeah. No, thank you.
And then just a couple other points. Where you've got the champions.
Yeah.
Are they for 24-25 or 25-26?
This is for 24-25.
Right. So I think that Ange Williams was a champion and not Councillor Little for the disability. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we will check that.
That is correct.
And then the only other point I've got, Catherine, and this is me being picky now.
Yeah.
At the bottom where you've got the tables of attendance, etc., against each scrutiny committee.
Yeah.
On the extreme right-hand column, sometimes you've got the percentage sign shown after the number, and on some tables you haven't. Can we just have a little bit of consistency?
Yeah, no, thank you.
And that's all from me.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to move whenever you want to, Chair.
Okay, I've got a
subject to those changes.
I've got a couple of other speakers first. I've got Councillor David.
Thank you, Chair. I just wondered whether in the past or now there are ever the need for comparisons, because when I read the report, obviously I understand what those are there, but what we're not picking out are we busier than we were before? Are there more committees than there were before, or are there less? I just think there's some comparison will be useful in assessing whether this is a good report or a bad report.
Yeah, Catherine, are you happy that's
yeah,
possible?
no, that's a useful point. We will add that in wherever we can.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful. It would show if the position is changing, improving, or not. Thank you, David, for that. Councillor Pete.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Yeah, basically, I agree with Councillor Gareth. Is not happy with the report. Just one minor point, and one question, if I may. I just wondered on the front cover where it says annual report for Head of Democratic and Services, whether that should be annual report of.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll leave that one with you for a minute, Catherine. And then the other bit, I wondered, where does this report go? What do we, it's quite a comprehensive report there with a lot of information in there, and I just wondered where it goes, what we actually do with it.
Yeah. So if you approve, agree to sort of forward it on now, it would be going to full council in December to that meeting, and then we would be looking to publish it on our website in both English and Welsh, obviously, like we do with other sort of, for instance, like the director's annual report, or we often have a Welsh language annual report, don't we? So it's just something that we must do as an organisation to show how we are resourcing our democratic function.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
what about the front cover, Catherine? Sorry, Chair.
Yeah, good. Can you do the
the change to the word? Yeah, that's absolutely, that's fine.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Catherine. The one area that always puzzles me is that we say we only have 3 scrutiny committees in terms of economy, health, and learning. Yeah, we've got governance and audit and finance, that perform equally important roles, and yet they're not listed as scrutiny committees. Is there some reason for that?
I don't know if Carol or Steve has a more technical answer, but no, they aren't scrutiny committees, but they are committees in their own right, but obviously they're not a scrutiny function. Steve, I can see you've popped up.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. The Governance and Audit Committee is actually classed as a regulatory committee, so it's got certain functions it has to fulfill outside of the scrutiny role. Finance panel, it isn't defined in the Constitution as a scrutiny committee. It obviously has responsibility for looking at the finance reports, but it isn't specifically classed in the Constitution as a scrutiny committee.
Oh, thanks for that. It's always puzzled me that. That's fine though.
However, we have made reference, referenced finance panel,
Yes.
given a bit of information, and we've also got a link to the Standards Committee annual report, and I know Governance and Audit Committee are at their meeting tomorrow or Friday, and their annual report's going there as well, so we would put a link into that so that people are able to sort of view it if they wish.
Okay, I've got Councillor Pete wanted to come back, and then Councillor Danny.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, your comment was just making me think, actually, because governance and audit, we have a couple, so at least 3, if not 4, working groups that do meet on quite a regular basis and do quite a lot of work, which obviously involves officers as well as councillors. And I was just trying to scoot through to see if they were mentioned, but sorry, Catherine, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah,
apologies.
page 15. Yeah, we've got 4 working groups that are supported, and 3 were from G&A.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
you.
internal audit, capital, and whistleblowing. Yeah.
Brill. Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much.
Danny?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Just looking on page 6 about members' correspondence, you've got the MC system and the MS system. The MC system, it says within, and then in brackets, 10 days, but there's no amount of days on the MS system. Are we to assume that it's the same 10 working days, or does it need to have an amount of days?
It is the same. That's our standard amount, but we could I can add that on there if that helps.
Yeah.
If you could, Catherine, I think, yes, that would clear that, wouldn't it? Happy with that, Danny?
Yes, great, thank you.
Good, that's fine. Anybody else? Have you got anything you want to add, Catherine?
No, not really. I was just wondering what your kind of feedback was. Is it useful? You know, because we've tried to make it useful for people who aren't used to what we do, and obviously there is quite an array of meetings when you look at them all in one place. I don't think people truly understand the totality of them all, but also in the appendices we've added a bit in there as well to make it more useful to the reader, so an explanation of what a constitution is, and sort of if they want to find out more they can link in through to that, as well as full council, what the cabinet does, and then if they want to find out more about their councillors or who their local councillor is, they can there's a link to that as well. So we've tried to kind of make it user friendly.
Yeah, I think that's very helpful, the appendix. Anybody else want to comment? No, I think, well, all we are being asked to do is to note this, I think, today, Catherine, is that correct?
Yes, and if you're happy, then we would proceed to take it to full council early December. Is it the 4th?
Okay, I don't think we need to vote on that, do we? Just simply note. So if we're all happy with that?
I think we should just note subject to the agreed changes, Chair.
Yes, yeah, good
Yeah.
idea. That's fine.
Thank you.
You okay with that, Catherine?
Yes, thank you. I've got them noted down.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. It's very easy to read report, and thank you very much the effort that's gone into that. And I think that concludes the business of today's meeting. Must be one of the shortest meetings of the Democratic Services Committee on record, I would think. So thank you all for your attendance this morning.
Let's
And have a
hope
good
county
day.
councils are short on the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Right.
Thanks.
Bye
Bye
now.
all.
Bye.
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 Thank you.